What's going on, everyone? Ains here, Seasoned Gaming, and it has been a long time since I got to do one of these. There's a couple reasons for that, which I'll get to in a second, but if you're new to the channel, statue unboxings and gaming collectibles are something we've done for a long time here at Seasoned Gaming. Done dozens and dozens of these videos, so this is the latest. We're going to get into the Dark Souls reissue of the Artorias Abysswalker statue. But a couple things. So first, there's two reasons why these videos have really dried up. The first being my own schedule. For those of you who follow us for a long time now, you know that Seasoned Gaming is a thing we do out of fun. It is not my career, and in fact my career work is extremely busy. And so my time has just dried up a lot. So going to try to get back to doing this stuff more when I can. It's always a struggle, but we're going to figure out how to make it work. The second reason is the more important one, which is especially for those of you who live in the US, you know kind of what's going on here, and major things like this from overseas, especially from Hong Kong and China and other countries, has become a problem. And so while I think the last statue video I did was over a year ago now, and I said we have several more on the way, quite literally none of those have arrived. A lot of those have been delayed, canceled, or just in a place where the company doesn't know what to do from a tariff perspective, because tariffs combined with the shipping problems right now would add several hundred to $1,000 on top of the price of these statues, which is already very high. So they're just not being delivered. So this one I've actually had sitting around for months now. I just haven't gotten to the video, but there's nothing else here, despite having a bunch on order. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's going to be corrected anytime soon. It doesn't look like it, but I'll continue to do these when we can. So, without further ado, this is the Artorias, the Abysswalker exclusive edition from First Four Figures. Now, when I first got into statue collecting many years ago now, this was one of the first big major statues I saw that really blew me away. And they made limited number of them way back when, a decade probably ago now. And then it disappeared. And then out of nowhere, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I'm not sure, First Four said, hey, we're going to reissue the Artorias statue, which is awesome. So they came back. They made another 1,400 of these. I don't know the breakdown between exclusive and regular edition. The regular edition was $580. The exclusive, this one, was $610. And the exclusive comes with an art print, but more importantly, it also comes with an additional greatsword, which is pretty damn cool. So as you can see from the box here, there's a little kind of write down of it. Stands 21 inches tall, so a little under 2 feet, but it also says 1,400 pieces, and this is number 1168. So just your kind of standard issuing number, nothing special. But I'm really excited about this one. I've wanted this one for a very long time, and obviously Dark Souls stuff is something I love, and Artorias is such a cool character. This is all completely sold out again. You can't find these anywhere. So excited to get into it. Hopefully there's no problems with it. But let's go ahead and start pulling this thing out. Okay, so first things first, you get this nice little carded print, and it says 1168 out of 1,400 on the back. It's actually a really nice print. Sometimes you get these kind of really cheap, flimsy little postcard type things, but it's a nice kind of artistic print. Looks to be, what, a 12 by 14 or something like that. Yeah, I could definitely see framing this up and putting it up on the wall, which is really cool. And it's embossed with First Four Figures at the bottom too, and numbered as well to match the statue. So that's really cool. As always with First Four, you get this little kind of credit card thing of authenticity. I'm just going to leave it on there, I always do, because I keep these boxes stored away. But it just kind of shows that it is a real First Four statue. It's not some reproduction that you may find, elsewhere in the world for cheap. Alright, so the nice thing we can see already is that this is a single box, single kind of thing here that's going to be relatively easy to put together in theory. So, as always, let's get the base out to start. Like some of the other statues, like the Bloodborne one I have, Eileen, this is this kind of fake grass they put in. My cat loves to chew on this. I actually had to remove it from my Bloodborne statue because he found it, so I'm going to have to try to figure that one out here because these look kind of in there. But as you can see, Artorias, the Abysswalker exclusive edition, number 1168 out of 1,400. So shockingly, the base isn't that heavy. Some of those bases are like ridiculously heavy. That one's pretty normal, honestly. All right. So, as always, let's start with the core of the mold here, and let's hope, as I've said many times now, that nothing is broken or messed up, because I've had some bad luck in recent videos, as many of you watching know who have been with me for a long time. Alright, so Artorias has very unique armor that, you know, has kind of been celebrated in the Dark Souls world and Elden Ring world, or FromSoftware world, I should say. Mold's really, really nice. Pretty much what you expect. It's got kind of the sheen on it that looks like it's aged metal, you know, including all the way down his arm here. The cloth is nice. It's got some really discoloration, and of course, it's all torn up and discolored because of what Artorias is dealing with due to the Abyss. So that's looking pretty good right out of the gate. I gotta be careful here, so bear with me. It's really funny. You get so used to unboxing these things, you have to be really careful how you set things down, because if you lean weight on the wrong angle, you will break little pieces off, which is devastating. So, alright, more of his full torso here. So you got chainmail on the back. Yeah, man. I got to see this up close many years ago. I think, funny enough, I saw it at the first E3 I went to back in 2018, maybe. And I've always wanted it, and this is just really cool to hold in my hands. Especially the way it's really come together. It's got some nice bronzing here on the metal. All sorts of kind of like different colorations and scratches, and it just looks really weathered, which is awesome. And you can even see there's a different sheen on the leg guards here and his boots, and even the gold tipped toes versus, say, the rest of the armor and the chainmail at the back. So that's really, really cool. I love it. Let me get the rest. There's a bunch of other little pieces. Let me get the rest of these out, and then we'll put it together and give you a full kind of overview of it. Alright, so there you go. That's him assembled. Easy assembly. Not a whole lot to him, to be honest with you. There's really only 4 parts. The bottom torso, the top torso. You put this, obviously, this thing in his helmet here, which is very signature looking, and it's got this little loose belt that just kind of sits around his waist when you connect the torso. Sometimes they do this on statues where they don't want it to be part of the actual mold, so you have these little pieces that kind of hang out. This one's a little weird because it's not actual leather. It's just, you know, it just feels almost like plastic, which is kind of odd. Usually when they do like some of the Prime 1 higher end ones and other things, like Geralt's actual belt is actual leather, which is cool, whereas this feels a little tacked on. But again, I think this is a statue that was designed and made many years ago now, and statues have come a long way in the past decade. So otherwise, great little piece. Well, not little, but great piece. Obviously not as big as some of the other things I've done, but a really nice kind of like showpiece and really nice design. The cool thing about the exclusive too is he's only got this one sword behind his back here, this great sword, but it comes with 3 of them in the exclusive. So I'm guessing the normal one comes with these 2 variations. So these, I mean, you can see the size of them, and they have slightly different coloring and kind of scratches and stuff on them, so you can kind of select which one you want to put on them. And then the exclusive comes with this, which is the one that actually has the wear down from the Abyss on the sword. So it just looks kind of cool because in the game, you know, there's kind of that black shadow effect that's coming off of it. So this is probably the one I'll put on display and just store these 2 away. But man, it's really, really cool piece. I'm super happy to finally have it. I would say if you're a huge Dark Souls fan, and you especially like Artorias, because he's kind of like, even though he was only in the expansion and, you know, limited in that sense, he's still a beloved kind of character and design. So hunt one of these down if you can. I don't know what it'll cost you, of course, but there's other kind of Artorias statues you can find. So of course, like I said, here's the cool art print. Probably get that framed up. But otherwise, that's really the gist of it. There's not a whole lot else to cover here. So as always, I will put some high-res pictures here at the latter end of the video so you can see it up close a little better. It's always hard to do that on real-time video. But as I said at the start, we will try to get more videos out. The statues have slowed down, so there's not much I can do about that, obviously. But whether you're here for the first time, thank you, or you've been with us for many years checking out these videos and other things we do, thank you again. As always, appreciate your support at Seasoned Gaming. We're a non-funded, non-monetized channel and outlet. all independent creators just sharing their work and love of games. So would always appreciate some follows, subs, likes, you know the ordeal at this point. So otherwise, thank you. Enjoy your gaming, and hopefully I am back sooner than later. Till next time.